Hello, people. Welcome back to another episode of The Process, where I break down how I created some of my best musical hits. So today, I want to check out "Pull the Ripcord," which is one of my favorite tracks from the drill music mixtape. And so yeah, we're gonna go in depth with that. And we're gonna look at everything from the beat to the lyrics to the song itself. So let's look at the lyrics first. I just want to go back and pull up the the actual lyrics. So here's when I actually wrote it right here. Pulling the ripcord notepad. So this is usually how I write my music. You see, I got like up to here, I got the hook, and V1 stands for verse one, V2 stands for verse two, and let me see, V3. Okay, and if I got a bridge or something, I'll label it like that. But this is how I typically like where I write my lyrics nowadays. I used to write in notebooks. I still do that every now and then, but usually I want to do it in a notepad on the laptop. So let's look at the hook real quick. It's my turn. Let me tear it up. Pull the ripcord. I'm gonna tear it up. And I actually write down my ad lib sometimes. Like if there's something like specific I want to say. I know writing down your ad libs is kind of a contradiction, but I do that sometimes. And so you see here, batter up, tear it up, hit them. Right? These are just optionals, optional ad libs to rap. And yeah, this was the hook. And here's the first verse. Ain't no diamonds in my chain, only ligaments and brain matter. Got my power up, still to me, I make your frame shatter. I'm the man now, came from nothing like I'm dingy. Cut a demon down like it's my job. Check my Indeed. And what really got this song going for me was right here. When I thought of this right here, oh, worry die, bitch. You watch me die shit. That was it. Like sometimes when I'm writing, I just need that one line. And when I got that when I got that Owari die bitch, I was like, yep, that's it. Game over. I got the song. And then that set the tone for the flow for the first verse. Oh, why did he die, bitch? You watch me die, shit. But I came back one more attack. I want my ops hit. I took the block, bitch. I keep them chopsticks. I'm in this game. Let's go insane. Ain't no more options. I went from pop shit, from empty pockets. I'm slicing through the air. I swear I'm like a rocket. My crew so toxic. Fuck it, we locked in. The devil's got a gun. I told that pussy cock. Yeah. And that was it. Then the second verse. But there was actually a third verse that never got recorded. And this is why it's interesting going in here. Do not play with me. I take your head off like a guillotine. Raise hell, set up traps and wait. We don't flee the scene. On point, yeah, I'm sober, but I smoke them like a fiend. First date, pulling out the shank, poke them like a fling. I forgot about this shit. But yeah, that was a third verse that never got recorded. Yeah, I'm hot, bitch. Flamethrower when I come through. When I drop, yeah, it's game over. No continues. Shadow shit with the mask. Sneak up like it's Tenchu. When I'm done with they ass, they gonna need a sensu. Said that I can cop a feel. Yeah, she just a slutty bitch. Separate you from your limbs. Yeah, I like that bloody shit. Wonder why they can't rid of me. I'm like a curse on them. Never kill them quick. Torture shit. I'm about to work on them. Party at the splatter house. Here's an invitation. Big Blaze, that machete out. Thought I was Jason. Okay. All right, we got it. Oh man, I'm gonna recycle these. I'm gonna recycle these bars for another song. Okay, but let's actually check out the beat. Oh boy, here we go. All right, so wait, that's the song. I want to actually show the beat first. Let's see. So we're gonna take a look at the beat. Oh my god. Oh man, those. Oh man, those unused bars. Because typically when I write songs, like I'll tend to write more than what I need. Because I'll just keep writing until I can put together something that I like. Because everything that I write, I don't like. And so that's why I tend to overwrite. That way I can just take the best out of those options and then just kind of string everything together. But this is the actual beat here. Oh, once it loads up, okay. So I used quite a few samples to make this little intro here. So let me go here and look. What were the samples though? So I think I got the these are footsteps right here. Like right there, those are the little footsteps. I got these sound effects, I think from it was, what's that game? I think Clock Tower 3. And that Scream 2, I think I got that from Clock Tower 3. And that that's from Nightmare Creatures 2. The chainsaw guy from Nightmare Creatures 2. And here's how the whole beat looks like laid out in the what the hell is this thing called? That's how it all looks laid out. It's actually a pretty simple beat. I didn't want too much shit going on because I knew I was just gonna go hard over it. Let me see if I can get it like separated. Let me see. Hold up. How do I get it separated again? I think I do like. Okay, I figured it out. Damn. Okay, so I will try to figure out how to get it playing in the pattern area, over here, or the channel rack, as opposed to the playlist area. So I got it over here. So. So why does it make that sound in the beginning? It must have been something like an automation clip or something that I have. Yep, more than likely that gross beat. But, all right, let's listen to it. Oh, hold up. Let me unsolo. So right there, just like, very simple. You got let me see here. What is this? You have a pad, some bass. Let me see. Let me go down here. Yeah, like very simple pad here. Let's see. Right, I used the, what was this? What plugin? Yeah, I used the Nexus PD Ganymede. I don't know exactly where I got it from, but it's a Nexus plugin. So just a basic pad there. With some 808 bass. Definitely one of my favorite 808s there. Where is it? Let's go down, see if we can find it. Yeah, right there. Okay, turn that off. Boom, 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 boom. Just something simple. And usually when I do 808s, I do like different, right? I have like different patterns for it. So you'll know that this will sound different. Oh, what about that third one though? Whoa, shit. Oh yeah, that's the other one. I think this one had a gross beat attached to it too. It kind of sounds like it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, so I put like a gross beat effect up there. Okay. Then the claps come in, or the snares, and then you got like a little open hi-hat there, a little shaker. That right there should be a gross beat effect. The way it's like kind of chopped up. You see it right there. And then I use the automation clip to only make it go for that part. That's why it's raised there. And it's lowered everywhere else. Because I only wanted it on that spot. Got some extra snares there. Oh yeah, that excuse me. That Rockman X5 sample there. Where is that shit anyway? Where did I put that at? Oh yeah, that's 7. Okay. Let me look at that. Hold up. Where is it? Yeah. But if you take the gross beat off, see? See, sometimes you can take a little sample like that and make it sound way different by just fucking around with it, throwing different effects up there and shit. Then the hook comes in. Raw acid. This is a citrus. This is a citrus effect right here. Citrus, one of the best synthesizers for FL Studio for sure. And some extras right there. Just to switch it up a bit. Then the beat comes back in. Got some more effects right there. I like that little atmospheric sound though. I think it's right here. The SC first. Right here. Let me see what this sounds like by itself. Right there. That's a good sound. And if you listen closely, you'll notice that the first one leans towards the left. Like you hear the first one predominantly on the left side of the stereo field, and you hear the second one predominantly on the right side of the stereo field. Bo, 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 bo. So I got that delay by putting the fruity delay up there. Some reverb. I had these effects. I guess I just took them off. Ha ha ha, bitch, I'm Leatherface with the chase. I'm sorry, I got a stuffy throat this morning. But that's pretty much this beat in a nutshell. This was a very simple beat. Wasn't a lot going on there. So let's look at the actual vocals. So I don't really record in FL Studio. I still record in Adobe 1.5 because that's what I'm used to. And I throw a few effects up there and there, and I take the vocals out and then load them in FL Studio later because I can do a lot more in FL Studio than I can in Adobe 1.5. I just use Adobe to record out of familiarity. But this is where I actually edit my vocals. So let's look at what the hell I had going on with the vocals. Okay, so let's get a full view of what's going on here. Just give it a second. Okay, so that's pretty much the song in a nutshell. So the reason why these vocal, like you notice, like the vocals track looks so long, like there's all that blank space, is because when I save it in Adobe, and then load it up, see, I save it in the exact position that it is on the beat. That way, when I load it up in FL Studio, I don't have to slide it into position. It'll already be in the position that it was recorded in when I recorded it in Adobe. That's why you see all that blank space in on the vocal tracks, because I just don't feel like sliding everything in the right position. I want to just load it up and it already be in the right position. Oh, oh God, that was me. I forgot about that shit. Yeah. Wait, so where is that? Let me see. 30? Okay. Oh shit, there you go. Oh my God. Oh, that is pretty fucking creepy. Oh, let me get a close up on it. Okay, there we go. Now I can solo it. That'll be a lot easier. Oh, hold up. Zoom back in. I love that little. That's my serial killer Chainsaw Marco voice. You see, I edited the highs and lows there. Put some reverb up there, some chorus, and a little bit of a effector. That was a phaser effect. Oh, hold up. I love that. Okay. And then the intro. Yeah, yeah. Ho, ho, hey, oh. Damn, where did I get that from? I didn't know I had a hoe. But yeah, also just modified the vocals a bit here. Took away most of the bass, the low end. Put a reverb, chorus, delay for the echo effect. Some extra delay and effector. Oh damn! I had a lot of man. I had I used the reverb effect with the effector. Damn, I was really stacking the delays and reverb with this shit. But let's look at the fun part, the verses. How many times did I stack this one? I'm the man now. Came from nothing like I'm dingy. Got a demon down like it's my job. Check my ND. Oh, Robbie died, bitch. You watch me die, shit. But I came back with more attack. Yeah. Power up. Step to me, I make the frame shatter. I'm the man now. Came from nothing like I'm dingy. Got a demon down like it's my job. Check my ND. Shatter. I'm the man now. Okay, so I stacked it 3 times. That's normal. I think I did it 3 times. I'm the man now. Came from nothing like I'm dingy. Cut a demon down like it's my job. Oh, Robbie died. I'm the man now. Came from nothing like I'm dingy. Cut a demon down like it's my job. Oh, Robbie died, bitch. You watch me die, shit. But I came back with more attack. I want my ops hit. I took the ligaments and bread. Okay, so I don't think I didn't use all these. What I tend to do is I'll record more vocals than I need. Again, I just what I tend to do. and I'll pick the best ones out of it. And usually when I stack my vocals, I do like three stack typically. And so what you see over here, you'll notice I have it labeled. You see verse, you see verse 4. No, verse A4, verse A. No, you see verse A 1 through 5, but I'm only using 4, 3, and 2 because those were the best ones. And typically what I'll do is I'll have the middle vocal, like the main vocal will be centered, right? And you see that right there. This vocal is centered right down the middle. That means that on the stereo field, it's coming right through the middle. And then I'll have two more vocals, but one leaning to the left. So this one is about 44% to the left, and this one is about 44% to the right. Now, depending on the song, I might do like 50% to the left, 50% to the right. But I notice like the closer you bring it in, the more it gives it a stacked sound or a chorusy sound. But it depends on the song. It depends on the type of vibe and sound that I'm going for. But typically I do a three stack. Every now and then I might do a four stack, but I tend to, when it comes to verses, I tend to settle with a three stack. And you know, when you're stacking vocals, it differs from, again, song and the artist and their vision. But I try to get it to sound like it's like the trick to it is making three or four stacks sound like one vocal or one person.
Ligaments and brain matter. Got my power up. Step to me, I make the frame shatter. I'm the man now. Came from nothing like I'm dingy. Cut a demon down like it's my job. Check my ND. Oh, Robbie died, bitch. You watch me die, shit. But I came back one more attack. I want my ops hit. I took the block, bitch.
So, you know, it almost sounds like it's just one vocal when you listen to it, but it's actually three vocals stacked on top of each other. But they blend well together because of the way I mix them. And so let's look at it. We have what? So 7, 8, and 8. And so 7 is the main vocal, the middle, the one that's centered in the middle, right? And the main thing you want to look at right here is with the Fruity Parametric Equalizer 2. So you notice, right? This is how I have it. This is how I have it set up in the parametric equalizer. Basic rule of thumb with vocals, you typically want to take out the low end, which is like the more bassy, the more bassy part of your voice and your vocals. But again, it depends. I'm sure Pop Smoke, he probably did the opposite because he had a very deep voice. And that was his thing. But you know, it just depends on what you're going for. But generally speaking, you want to take out the low end because it makes your vocals just sit on the beat better. But again, the vocal that's on the track 7 here, that's the main one. And the other two are on track 8. Now look at the difference here and how they are set up on the parametric equalizer. Well, the difference ain't that big, but but there is a bit of a difference. Hold on, let me see if I can get them together here. Okay, all right. So 8, 7, they look very similar, to be honest. But there are slight differences though. You will notice like with the let's call them the backup vocals, it's the low end is turned down a bit more. So you can see that line there is right here is closer to that 3. Over here, it's a little bit further away. Also, you'll notice that the high end is a bit higher, but on the furthest end, it's a bit lower. That way, the high end isn't too extreme. You know, the high end is going to be things like tss and the s, all that. And if you got too many vocals stacked up with a lot of high end, it'll lead to a distorted sound. And so that's why with the backup vocals, I tend to reduce the high end on the furthest end a bit more than with the main vocal, even though it's a bit higher on this part. I can't exactly remember why I did it like that, why I put this all the way up like that, because that's actually pretty unusual for me. But I guess I was just freestyling it and just trying to find something that sound right. But that's a general rule of thumb. You know, when I'm stacking vocals, um, like what you'll see more often, which isn't the case this time, but it'll actually look more like this, right? It'll look more like this on the typical song. It'll look more like that as far as like comparing the main vocal to the backup vocal because again, it varies depending on the song and the sound that you're going for. But I would say this is actually more accurate to what I tend to do, right? The main vocal is going to have more of the middle part of the vocal, up. And with the backup vocals, the low end and middle part of the vocal is going to be down. But it just depends on how extreme I want it to be because basically if you got it like the further it is like this, the more it's like this, then the less you're going to be able to hear the backup vocals. And the more you have it out like this, the more you'll be able to hear it, right? And also, the volume that it's at, that applies to. But the thing about this, what's cool about this is that, when you use the parametric equalizer, you can keep the volume of the backup vocals up without it necessarily getting in the way of the main vocal because you've lowered the low end and the middle part of the vocal, right? And so that's a way to give it its presence without making it overwhelm the main vocal. But again, it varies song to song. Oh man, this ain't gonna sound right now because I fucked it up. I was trying to get it right how it was. It was a little bit like this and a little bit like that. Basically. Ugh. Okay. And of course we got reverb, I use reverb too most of the time. To be honest, I don't know what a lot of this shit does. I understand the most basic aspect of it. I'm definitely gonna have to study up on the more complex knobs here, but I do know that this affects like how the reverb sounds. Like really visually, you can about see what it does. When you have like a small like this right here, is basically a visual for a reverb sound that's gonna be similar to recording in like a small space, almost like a bathroom or something like that, right? And of course, when it's wide out like that, that's more like a wide, like the reverb of a wide open space. And that's typically what I tend to go for. And the dampness as well just tends to increase that almost like that chorusy reverb sound. And the decay just makes the reverb, like the echo part of it, more extreme. But basically when I'm doing like main vocals and backup vocals, how they're edited just tends to be different, right? And like for example, like I said, I'm looking at the wrong shit too. But for example, like I said, with the main vocals, it's gonna be equalized different from the backup vocals. But the backup vocals might have more reverb than the main vocal, right? So it always depends. Or I might put like this is a good example. You notice I have the chorus on the main vocals turned off, but on the backup vocals, the chorus is turned on, right? And so that just gives the overall vocal or verse sound a more full dynamic sound, and so that's typically what I tend to do. So like I don't just copy and paste the effects on the main vocal to the backup vocals. I'm gonna give the backup vocals a different sound and equalize it differently, so that it can not only fit or not get in the way of the main vocals, but also add something there, because that's really what it's for, is to add. Okay, let's look at a different part of the song here.
Yeah, my crew so toxic, but yeah, we locked in. The devil's got a gun, I told that pussy cock it. It's my turn, let me turn up. With a rip cord, I'ma turn up. Bring your hitters out, we don't give a fuck. Rolling with them devils, we ain't scared of nothing. It's my turn, let me turn up. With a rip cord,
So we got the hook part over here. The interesting thing about this song is that the hook, now typically my hooks tend to sound a bit more full, And I could have did like I got like it's kind of like the same way with the first verse. You notice I got like 5 hook tracks there, but I only ended up using 3, and it's really organized the same way as the verses, where I have a main track and 2 backup vocals, or a main vocal and then 2 backup vocals. I would say the difference is you notice as far as like how they're panned on the stereo field. It's about 33, 32 to the right. I say I probably had about 35 to the right, 35 to the left, which makes them sound more like mixed together instead of spaced out. But that's the main difference. You'll notice that normally though, I would say with my hook vocals, I tend to stack them a bit more, as you should. Typically, the that's why they call it the chorus, the hook. Is gonna have a more full sound than the verses, but for whatever reason I didn't really go for that this time. I went for a more lighter hook, and in my opinion it worked out well. And right here we have the ad libs for the hook part. You can hear it in the background.
Let me tear it up.
Tear it up.
Put a rip cord, I'ma tear it up. Give a fuck.
Where's that yun yun? There we go. Yeah, that's obviously me saying yun yun. But I put the gross beat up there to give it that chopped up sound. So I take it off, right? But yeah, that's the gross beat 1/6 beat beat gate. That's how I got that effect. And I also put the pancake up here. The pancake is a plugin. It doesn't come with FL Studio. I actually got that. I forgot where I got it from. But it allows you to do like an auto pan, where basically you apply the plugin and then you can have a sound move across the stereo field in different ways. So with this, basically it makes the ad libs are going across the entire stereo field from left to right. If you pay attention, you can hear it. Right? You can hear it go from left to right. That's because of the pancake plugin. See? Look it up. That Pancake 2 plugin is dope. It's really dope. I think normally you would have to use like an automation clip to do something like that. But the Pancake basically it has different presets too. Depending on what you want to do with it, like left to right 2, hard left, rhythm, fast to slow, smooth, shit like that. Most plugins tend to have a couple presets. If you don't know how to mess around with it, I can't even lie. I'm still a preset kitty when it comes to most of these shit. But I make it work.
Scared of nothing. It's my turn. Let me tear it up. Put a rip cord, I'ma tear it up. Bring your hitters out. We don't give a fuck, bitch. Rolling with them devils. We ain't scared of nothing.
Ha 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 ha!
The peons head straight
For the capo,
razors, katanas, my hands
fuck the ammo.
slick with the bow, pull that string like a banjo. Bitch, I'm a beast. This the life that I cut through the peons head straight for the capo. Razors, katanas, my hands fuck the ammo.
Okay, I must not have used that one.
Cut through the peons, head straight for the capo. Razors, katanas, my hands fuck the ammo. Slick with the bow, pull that string like a peons, head straight.
So this is the second verse. It's configured much like the first verse. Main vocal, 2 backup vocals, set to the left and right of the stereo field.
Cut through the peons, head straight for the capo. Razors, katanas, my hands fuck the ammo. Slick with the bow, pull that string like.
But it's interesting to hear it unstacked, right? So this is just the main vocal by itself.
Cut through the peons, head straight for the capo. Razors, katanas, my hands fuck the ammo. Slick with the bow, pull that string like a banjo. Bitch, I'm a beast, this the life that I chose.
Godspeed.
Dropping them bodies, I'm out of control. Ain't taking no money, I'm taking them souls. Got love for my team, I got heat for the foes. I'm ready and willing to take it to blows. Okay, let's get this party started.
I'm taking a breath.
Lift his head up in this party.
I'm taking another breath.
I'm a problem.
But here it is
Cut
with
through
the backup
peons, head
vocals.
straight for the capo. Razors, katanas, my hands fuck the ammo. Slick with the bow, pull that string like a banjo. Bitch, I'm a beast, this the life that I chose.
Godspeed.
Dropping them bodies on
And hear the backup vocals by themselves.
Cut through the peons and straight for the capo. Razors, katanas, my hands fuck the ammo. Slick with the bow, pull that string like a banjo. Bitch, I'm a beast, it's the life that I chose. Dropping them bodies on my control. Ain't taking no money, I'm taking no souls. Got love for my team, I got heat for the foe.
Right? And so you can see when you listen to it when you listen to the backup vocals by themselves, you can see not see, but you can hear how they're set up to really just complement the main vocals, and so when you separate everything into its individual parts, you can really see what the purpose is behind it. One thing I just want to point out too is that, you can see right here, these are the spots where I would take my breaths. Now what I'm assuming is that I had probably silenced these areas in Adobe when I first recorded it. And so, because if I don't silence it in Adobe, what I'll do is I'll cut it here and then I'll just take it out like that. I'll do that, right? Because it depends on the song and it depends on what you're going for. Sometimes, just the sound of the artist taking their breath in the middle of a verse isn't a big deal. But sometimes it can be overwhelming and it can be too loud. And actually one thing I noticed is that in some situations, I noticed that it sounds kind of unnatural when I take away all the sounds of me taking my breath or breathing in. So I might specifically remove the sounds of me breathing in on the backup vocals, but leave on the main vocals, or leave on the main vocals, leave on the backup vocals. Again, you can do anything you want to when it comes to editing your vocals and shit. I'm just saying that, that's just one way. If you don't want to have the sound of you taking your breaths during your verse, you can just cut it. You can just cut in the middle of it and then just have it like that. But that's what I would normally do if I haven't already done it in Adobe when I first recorded it.
Cut through the peons and straight for the capo. Razors, katanas, my hands fuck the ammo. Slick with the bow, pull that string like a banjo. Bitch, I'm a beast, it's the life that I chose. Dropping them bodies on my control, ain't taking no.
I gotta hear that.
Godspeed. Godspeed.
So I actually had two vocals here to do that, and I had, of course, one set to the left, one set to the right.
Godspeed.
In fact, that's one thing I like to do with my ad libs. I don't do it all the time. I used to do it more often before, but I like to stack my ad libs too, because much like your verses, it gives it a more full sound. So I stack my ad libs, and that's why I write my ad libs down though, because ad libs, you're supposed to just, it's almost like freestyling in a way over your verses or your hooks or different parts of the song. But I like to actually write mine down so that one, you can, it's just easier to say what fits in that specific part when you pre-plan it instead of just going off the dome. I mean, some people can do that, but I'm not really a good freestyler. So I tend to plan mine out and write them down. But also, again, if I want to repeat them, it's easier because it's already written down.
Godspeed.
Right, and that gave it a very, oh my God, that was good.
Godspeed.
That was so full.
Life that I chose. Dropping bodies on my control, ain't taking no money, I'm taking no souls. Got love.
Oh yeah, also, I had to cut the beat here.
Life that I chose. Dropping them bodies.
Right.
Life that I chose. Dropping them bodies on my control, ain't taking.
Just to leave that gap for the Godspeed to stand out.
Party started, jumping out, diving, I cut him in two. Lift his head open, his party. Running up, picking out here with a pole. Problem, the boogeyman, now they can't sleep. I'm a problem of any chance of them beating me. It's a face off, cut your face off. Ha ha ha, bitch, your leather face with the chainsaw. Watch me tear it up. It's my turn, let me tear it up. Tear it up. Put a rip cord, I'ma tear it up.
There we go. What was that? Let's check that out. That's actually that's the sound of one of the demons from Nocturne, S&T Nocturne dying. I forgot which one, maybe Nico Mata or something like that. But that's the sound of one of the demons being defeated in the Nocturne game.
It's my turn, let me tear it up. Tear it up. Put a rip cord, I'ma tear it up. Tear it up. Bring your hitters out, we don't give a fuck. Give a fuck. Rolling with them devils, we ain't scared of nothing. It's my turn.
Oh, I'm so proud of that part.
Scared of nothing. It's
But that was just more gross beat right
scared
there.
of nothing. It's my turn. Let me tear it up. Put a rip cord. I'ma tear it up. Go berserk. Bring your hitters out. We don't give a fuck. Let it rip. Rolling with them devils. We ain't scared of nothing.
So that was the ins and outs of Pull the Ripcord from the Drill Music album. I hope you guys enjoyed that and got something useful out of that. We will have more of the Process episodes in the near future, so make sure you stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and oh man, you guys enjoy your day, enjoy your life, make the most of it. Let's go, Johnny.